So please listen carefully. I record down, after I will send it to you. Okay, so I'm going to teach this from one of the questions in the review set. Yeah. Review 4A, question 10. So I'm going to change this, no, question 11. I'm going to change this question in this way. Okay, I will say that find the value. So you see, there is values of B such that such that integrate from 0 to B. What happened? 0 to B cos x dx is equal to 1 over root 2. Okay, where my B, I don't want to have this only half a cycle. I want to have 2 cycles, 0 to 4 pi, because I want to teach you something. Okay, so I change it to this way. Okay, now, before I explain this question, okay, you can either use your calculator or you use integration and tell me what is the value of this one first. If I integrate from 0 to pi cos x dx, what is the value? What is the value for this one? I can tell you. Okay, the value is 0. So when you see this value is 0, we know that the definite integral, correct? You want me to show you? Yes. It's not 0. Huh? Is it 0? Why 0 plus c? Definite integral. Okay, I show it. I show it to you. Is it 0? Yeah, should be 0. Okay, now I show it to you from definite integral. Huh? Okay, so when I integrate this, if your calculator doesn't show you 0, that means something wrong with your calculator. Like just now what happened to, okay? So this is equal to, when you integrate cos, what do you get? Sin of the angle, then divide by 1. Am I right? Okay, so 0 to pi. So you sub with pi, take away sub with 0. Am I right? You know that sin pi is 0, cos a sin 0 also 0. So everything will get 0. Am I right? Why is it like that? We know that definite integral, some of the definite integral will represent area bounded by the curve. Am I right? So in this case, if I get 0, what does it show me about the area bounded by the curve within these two limits? You've forgotten what I have taught you. Yes, that means part of the area is above the x-axis and part of the area is below the x-axis. Am I right? Straight away, I know already. So, if you are familiar with trigo curve, you may want to plot this graph. Y equal to cos x. Yeah, you may want to plot this graph y equal to cos x. So you know that trigo graph always got the rhythm. We have 4 quadrants. right? Trick for cost, you always start with the maximum. Then go to equilibrium. Then go down to the minimum. Then go to equilibrium, then go up to the maximum. So this will give me a full cycle. One cycle, it go like that. Here is your pi. You look, if I integrate from 0 to pi, it give me this sense. Yeah. So what can I say about area A and area B? They are the same, but one of it is above the x-axis, the other one is below the x-axis. That's why you add the two up, you get 0. So that means I can make a conclusion that area A is equal to area B. Am I right? Because if you integrate from pi by 2 to pi, cos x dx, will this value be positive or negative? Negative. Am I right? I told you already. So these are the things that you have to bring back when you talk about integration. Am I right? So if you look at trigo curve, I can also tell you that if I integrate from 0 to 2 pi, cos x dx, I will get 0 as well. Am I right? So, which means that whenever you deal with trigo, when the definite integral equal to a value, so that's why you have to the multiple answer for this. So how to get the multiple answer? I'm going to teach you now. So you see, so if I put here as B and here is B, that means my B can be pi or 2 pi. See or not? It can go on and on and on and on. So how to find the on and on and on and on answer? Do you know how to do it? Some of you may still remember what you learned in your high school. So now I'm going to bring this concept to you. You have to follow. You have to jot this down in your notes. Do you get me? Okay. So we shall start with doing this. Can we? So I'm going to the next page. I'm trying to give this to let you know that there are multiple answers. Okay, so now what we need to do is, can we? Okay, so we integrate 0 to B. We do the integral first. You may want to do the integral first. Can you please? Cos x dx is equal to 1 over root 2. Okay, hurry up. Do the integral and sub in the value. Okay, we have this. Sin x 0 to B is equal to 1 over root 2. Right? So you sub with B, take away sub with 0. You know that sin 0 is 0. So I have sin B equal to 1 over root 2. Okay, huh? So whenever you see this type of question, listen here. the procedure have to follow this. First of all, we are going to find the corresponding acute angle. Acute angle means the angle that is more than 0 but less than pi by 2. Okay, so what we do is we don't care about the sign. Okay, so what we do is the acute angle. Acute angle, usually I use A to represent it. So it will be the sin inverse of 1 over root 2. Okay, so for example, I just quote you an example. If for example, I have sin x equal to negative 1 over root 2. Okay, so if I want to find the acute angle, I don't care about the sign. I put sin inverse 1 over root 2. Are you clear? Okay, you can use your calculator to calculate, but if the question wants exact value, then you will have problem. So we know that sin pi by 4 is equal to 1 over root 2, correct? So these are special angle. So you have to write down the special angle here is pi by 4. Exact value. Do you get me? Hello? If the question didn't ask for exact value, then never mind. You can just sin inverse 1 over root 2. But if the question asks for exact value, you have to know that it is the angle is pi by 4. This is the acute angle. For this case, the acute angle also is pi by 4. You have to obtain the acute angle first. Means you don't care about the sign. Okay, now. That is the first step. You have to follow the step. Okay, then after that, we have to know these true facts. Okay, so this I'm going to show you the true facts. In high school, your teacher got teach you, correct? Okay. Yeah. If the angle is between 0 and pi by 2, that is called the first quadrant. If the angle is between pi by 2 and 2 pi, and pi, sorry, then this will be considered as a second quadrant. Because we hear 0 pi by 2, you see or not? Pi, 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2, at pi and 3 pi by 2, then that will consider as third quadrant. So we know that if the angle is in first quadrant, all the trigo ratio are positive. Correct? If it's in the second quadrant, only sin is positive. This is all. If it's in the third quadrant, then only tangent is positive. And if it's in the fourth quadrant, the x coordinate is positive, the y coordinate is negative, correct? So therefore, only cos is positive. Okay, that is important because now I'm going to determine where is the location of this angle B. That will help me to locate. So now I will say that sin B is positive here. Because 1 over root 2 is positive value, correct? Greater than 0. Therefore, angle B is in I'm connecting from here, my iPad. So I log out first, then I log in again. I leave the meeting again. Those online, you hold on. I leave the meeting, then I come back again.